What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Hogwarts Legacy 2 yet again, only this time it's been pretty much outright confirmed at this point. I guess it's actually a good day to wear the Hogwarts shirt. You know, I kind of did this because of Quidditch Champions, but here we now are. So let's just jump right over to Variety.com. Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy sequel from WB Games is one of the biggest priorities, their CFO says. And they outright say, obviously a successor. And they even say, obviously, a successor to Hogwarts Legacy is one of the biggest priorities in a couple of years down the road, their CFO said during an interview at the Bank of America's 2024 Media, Communications, and Entertainment Conference Wednesday. So there is certainly a significant growth contribution from that games business in our strategic outlook here. They also called, I think, Suicide Squad a miss later on in that article. So there you go. I mean, it's kind of one line. Obviously, I like that they throw that one in there. The thing is, like, a few years down the road, right, where it's like, well, you better be making it right now. And now, look, I have no doubt that they actually are. I think they are making the game right now. It's just, yeah, you got to be patient with these things. And I guess in that way, if we really want to read into what he was talking about at a Bank of America, conference call, it's, hopefully they're okay with it taking 4 or 5 plus years. Not that I need games, as we've talked about many times, right? Games don't need to take, 6, 7, 8 years to do. But, if you're expecting Hogwarts Legacy anytime, let's say before 2027, right? Because that's 4 years after Hogwarts Legacy 1. That's within range. And some games have done it. The average tends to be 5 years. So if you're going based off that 5 years, you're probably looking at 2028 for a Hogwarts Legacy 2 release. But, again, maybe they're overachievers and maybe they can get it to us in 4 years versus 5. But I just don't think you're getting it before 2027, right? So I guess, from their perspective, they got to kind of be ready for that, right? Where it's like, specifically from the games, there's not going to be a massive saving grace. It's going to kind of be something that you grow over time, right? Like Wonder Woman, I imagine, can do extremely well if it's a good game. If it's literally just a good game, I think it'll do well. The next Lego game probably comes out before Hogwarts Legacy 2. That could do really well if it's good, right? An Injustice 3 probably comes. I mean, you can keep going, right? A lot of games probably come out before Hogwarts Legacy 2 in the WB portfolio, right? But none of those, I don't know, like, of course, you'd probably want one of them to jump out at you. And again, I think Wonder Woman actually could do extremely well, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 million units, right? Which would be very good. But is anything going to get 20 plus million? Probably not. Probably only Hogwarts Legacy 2 has the potential to do something like that. But, doesn't give you too many details to the game itself, just that it would get a sequel. Although, if it doubles down on the sequel idea, I would like to also kind of read into that or hope for, things we've talked about in the past. If you want to have multiplayer, right? We've talked about that before, but don't change the core DNA. Like, if you're making a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy, doesn't necessarily actually have to mean timeline either, right? Could be like Red Dead and go in the past, could be like an anthology thing. But, you got to keep, like, open world, wizarding world type. Like, that is the core of it, right? Spells, story, characters, things like that. Choices, maybe expand upon that a little bit. And if you want to have multiplayer, you kind of have that almost to the side. That, I think, is what a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy is. Not an MMO. Not just a always online live service multiplayer, right? That, my friends, is not a sequel, and hopefully WB knows this as well, although you never know with them. That is not a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy. So there you go. I mean, again, you're probably looking at still another 1.5 to 2 years before we even start to see it, and then keep going a couple more years till it comes out. But, every year that it goes, it's been 1.5 years. Like, that's quite a bit. So 3.5, hopefully more years to go, and we might get it. That's not terrible, right? So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.